So I thought it might be interesting to sort of blog out what my experience with Invisalign was, just so that it might help somebody else, or it might just be interesting for me to come back and look at. So here it is, day one, June 13th, 2019, and I picked up my trays yesterday to get started. I decided to do Invisalign because these two teeth in the front had tipped out. When I was 16, I had braces. I got those teeth straight, my bottom teeth all straight, and then I had a permanent retainer, a little bar behind the two teeth that was supposed to keep them there, and my dentist had said, oh, it'll fall off after 10 years or so, and by then your teeth will be stuck in place. If your orthodontist ever tells you that, don't believe them, because my teeth immediately started to turn back out into the places that they were in before. And so for a while I let it go, but it just kept getting worse and worse, and it was annoying me. One tooth was starting to go behind the other tooth. They were like hitting the bottom teeth. It was annoying me, and I found that I wouldn't smile in pictures anymore. I'd just do this because I just didn't like how my teeth looked, and that's just kind of sad. So my son started braces this year, and I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to do it with you, except I didn't opt for braces. I opted for Invisalign for two reasons. One, I just didn't want to wear braces. And two, I have 3 crowns in the back, and I was worried. I don't know that they can even adhere brackets to crowns. It just seemed safer to go with the Invisalign for moving these teeth than putting brackets on them. I also have some fillings that are like on the front part of my teeth, and I was worried that, again, with brackets, that might cause a problem. So I went with Invisalign. I looked at some of those online ones that they have nowadays, like the Smile Direct Club, and there's a few other ones. But there are a couple of reasons I chose to go with Invisalign, that I actually go to the orthodontist a couple of, every few weeks, and they check it out. The biggest reason is with all the online type ones, they have a disclaimer that says, we do not fix bite problems. And at first I thought, oh, well, I don't have an overbite, I don't have an underbite, I don't have a crossbite, I don't really have any bite problems, so that's fine. But in watching some reviews, what I saw was that some people, their bite actually got messed up by the the trays, that either their teeth weren't matching up anymore, and they don't fix that. They don't fix any problems that might be created by the trays. And I went, oh, that's not cool. So I decided to go with the one from the orthodontist, where they're going to keep checking up on me and making sure that my teeth are good. Another difference between doing Invisalign that way and doing the trays online, the online ones, they're just the trays, they fit in, they send you the whole box. With Invisalign, they actually adhere these little attachment points you can see on their teeth. They're little bumps, and the trays kind of snap down over those bumps, and it helps to move the teeth better. So they feel really weird on your teeth. It's like you got weird Halloween teeth on, but you'll never feel them, because you're supposed to wear the trays like all the time, except when you're eating. And so the only time you're going to feel those bumps are when you're eating. And so it's not a big deal. I got one that already came off. They put on yesterday. So probably, he said if, 1 or 2 come off, it's not a big deal. And they'll probably stick it back on in 6 weeks when I go back for a checkup. So that's one difference with those little bumpy things. So got my trays, and they just snap in like that. And you can feel them go over those bumps. And I talk a little funny with them. I'm hoping that my mouth will get used to it, and then I don't have to do the weird S's anymore. But right now I've got a little bit of a lisp because I'm not used to the trays. But they're not as bothersome as I thought they might be. I am pretty sore today after wearing them overnight, particularly these bottom teeth. I only have one that's actually crooked that they're having to put back in place, but all of those have to move to make room for it. So those down there are pretty sore. The top ones actually aren't too bad. Maybe they're not moving much yet. I don't know. I'm scheduled to have 10 trays and to switch them every 3 weeks. And this is supposed to be done in 6 months. So that would be in December. Hopefully this will be done. I'm thinking I will just give some updates along the way, see what's changing, how it feels along the way. But I will say after one day, they're definitely sore. And I almost don't notice it when the trays are in. But when I take them out to brush my teeth, which I have to do a lot, my teeth are going to be so clean when I go to the dentist because I'm brushing them like 4 times, 5 times a day every time I eat. But when I take them out, it's almost like when you've had your hair pulled up in a ponytail and then you let it out at the end of the day and it's like this ache. That's how it feels with the teeth. It's like you take off the tray and it's like, oh, ow. And so hopefully that's just a first day, second day thing. I also have a little area down here where it's rubbing. And I remember that from when you get braces, your lips just kind of have to toughen up to a few of the spots where it wants to rub. So I got a little bit of a sore spot down there where it's rubbing, but it's not too bad. I haven't had to like take Advil or anything to get rid of it. It's not that bad of an ache or anything. So generally it's not bothering me that much. We'll see if that continues. Hopefully within a few days it'll stop aching and I'll get used to the trays and I won't have this little bump thing bothering me and all of that. And we'll get these teeth moving. I think I'll wait maybe a week and then I'll give an update. Signing off for now.